Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for your attendance and your testimony. A sum of $5 billion was appropriated in the VA reform bill to increase the hiring of physicians and other medical staff to improve VA's physical infrastructure. However, no report has been given to Congress, to my knowledge, by the VA on how the department intends to use the funds. Without the proper staffing assessment, how does the department know how many positions at which facility will yield optimal benefits for veterans seeking the quality of care they have earned and deserve?
Sure. I think we have shared preliminary information with your staff on our intentions for the spend plan. But we will be sharing a formal plan with you as soon as that is ready.
Well, when do you anticipate that being ready?
Probably within the next couple weeks here, it should be finalized, I would think. We're putting a document together that not only has the plan, but kind of exactly what each of those line items entails, and some information about it, so that it's more than just looking at a spreadsheet. We currently have plans to hire about 9,600 staff with that money. Some of the money is for staffing. Some of the money is set aside for IT type things. So when you hire a new person, they got to have a workstation to sit at, and when we have new space, we have to put, you know, LANs, WANs, and cabling and all that other stuff in there. And then the balance is really for leases and NRM projects and those kinds of things. But we plan to hire about 9,600 staff across the country. We've gone through a very detailed process of literally reaching out to each medical center, asking them to look at what additional staff they need, or space for that matter, to improve access, and specifically how will it improve access. And then that plan has been aggregated at a national level.
How far along are you with that? I mean, have you reached out to every medical center in the country?
Every medical center has done. It's that work is basically done, and it's now being put together in a final plan that's in draft form right now.
Who makes the determination as to what staffing? The regional director? Which staffing is needed as far as services provided?
We've asked the facility, each facility, to come up with that plan, that it be aggregated at the VISN level, and then come back to us.
When you mention facilities, is that hospitals, clinics?
Hospitals.
CBOCs, just hospitals?
The CBOCs all work for the facility, right? So we've asked the facility leadership to take on that project.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Secretary, included in the Veterans Access, Choice, and Accountability Act, it authorized 27 facilities, leases, including one in Pasco County, Florida. Authorizing these leases will surely improve the timeliness for veterans to receive the care they need in my district and in 17 other states around the country. While I'm encouraged that veterans in my district will have the option to visit a one-stop consolidated clinic, I remain concerned regarding the time expected in the completion of these facilities. What is the process for VA to keep members who have these leases in their districts apprised of the progress of these initiatives, and what engagement with the community of these leases does the VA intend to conduct to ensure the necessary services will be offered at these various facilities?
So we have a number of leases that we are standing up. We have 2 that are in the works right now, and then we have a number that will be coming in FY16. We will absolutely be working through the process with the community and the stakeholders in the community, both to find property in the first place and to make sure that the services that are being placed there are appropriate. We have.
Jump in.
Yep.
You know, the other issue, I happen to agree with you, it takes too long to get these out of the ground. And so we've looked at the typical timeline from where we are right now with an authorization in place to completion. It's as long as 4 or 5 years. And I think that's unacceptable. We've already visited with OMB. They're going to work with us on finding ways to compress that timeline, to be able to accelerate that. We're already doing things with standardized design so that we're not reinventing design with each facility that we go look at. To your point, we got to work through the site selection issues because those oftentimes add an awful lot of time and effort to the overall process. But we got to find ways to deliver these more quickly. My guess is that in the private sector, they'd be able to go from where we are to a completed facility in 3 or 4 years. We got to find a way to do it faster than
Thank you,
than
Mr.
we do.
Secretary. I want to ask you a couple questions, just briefly, Mr. Chairman. With regard to this, just follow-ups. Will you assure me that the community will have input
Yes,
on the site
absolutely.
location?
Yes.
And the services provided, the future services provided, the
Yes.
additional services? You will assure me of
Yes,
that?
that's, yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. I yield back.